Welcome back, disc golf fans, to the back nine of round one here at the Valhall Open, the first stop of the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour, proudly sponsored by Latitude 64. And here we are at Valhall Disc Golf Park. Big thank you to our Patreon supporters, as always. This is Derek Scull with Gatekeeper Media, and we have Fritiof Fagergren here beside me. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited for the back nine. Yeah, see how it plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we go into the back nine, we do have you as a solo lead with 5 down.
Yes.
A lot of green there on your scorecard. 1 blemish there on hole 4, but overall, really good showing so far. Let's take a look here at our top 10 as we go into the back nine.
Yeah, I got Carl Falk right behind me, Anders Svärd, oldie in the game. Won 7 Swedish championships over his years.
Yeah, so he's right on your heels.
Yeah. Hole 10, 256 meters par 4. You want to throw a shot safe, short of the OB, and then have an upshot. Try to navigate the trees and watch out for OB left close to the basket. Here's Hjalmar throwing a lefty backhand. And we have some crossing left to right headwind, so he turned that over a little bit, but he'll be safe. He's got a long upshot from there, though. Think is taking kind of the same line as me, pushing it out far, high. Unfortunate there with some branches at the end, but he's going to be in a really good spot.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not having the best day so far, and that's really unfortunate.
No, and I think that can really start to snowball for you, especially having such an intimate relationship with the design of the course. So I think you put a lot more pressure on yourself in those instances. But hopefully as we watch here, we can still see some beams of light here for Martin. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Here's the thing. This is Star J. Oh!
Yeah, and that's the thing to beat. Leaks him OB.
Man.
But his reaction is with a smile. I really love to see that. I think that is something that a lot of people really let get to their head. You have a bad misstep here and there, but keeping a cool head is very important because you can really let that get away from you.
Yeah. The metal tree, the one to miss there. Hjalmar pushing it out left, ending up in the rough, but he's going to be safe for his third shot.
Martin with a flexi shot here, just shy of pin high.
Yeah, this is a great shot. Really good recovery.
Yeah, nestles right up there, just outside of bullseye. Hjalmar with a knee there, gets himself right under there. He should bring his helmet, as he might bump his head there on the basket there.
Nice putt from Dennis. Unfortunate bogey, but great save after the OB shot there.
Yeah, what really separates the difference between a pro and an am is your ability to recover.
Yeah. Yeah, how you handle the motgångar. The difficulties you face during the round.
Yes.
The setbacks, there you go.
For sure.
Hole 11, 117 meter par 3. This is the toughest birdie on the course, I would say. Mando right, or Mando left, and then just sharp turning to the right, S-ing back, and it's a really hard shape to pull off.
Yeah, and it's very unfortunate. A little bit too much turn there on the backhand for you. Makes you miss the Mando, so you'll be taking your third from the drop zone.
Yeah. And it's quite a mean drop zone on this hole.
Yes, I would agree.
Danka, this is the shape I think that most lefties are looking for. Unfortunately, hit some branches there, but I like the shape of that.
Yeah, and I like the height of it as well,
Yeah.
because it allows the disc to do a lot more of the work for you and get you back over to that finishing area.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy with that result. Unfortunate misfire there from Hjalmar. He'll have a little jump putt to get down for par, or for bogey. Sorry.
That's a good stump there, I think, keeping him a little closer.
Yeah. And Danka trying to run it.
Oh, yeah, just shy.
Always with those little bids with a rhino. So touchy with those.
Yeah, quick layup there. Almost didn't catch it.
Great putt there. Really nice for par on the raised basket. Those are nervy.
All things considered, good recovery for you as well.
Yeah, it was a good bogey. On this course, I would say the front nine is actually the harder of the nines, but today it's getting colder and colder, so let's see what happens here. Going into hole 12, 79 meters, par 3. Here you want to throw a turnover shot or a force over and try to skip it up on the hill to get a really close putt because of the drop off behind the basket.
Yeah, and I really like the design of the tee pad to give us a little bit extra distance on this hole.
Yeah.
And also a fun fact about the tee pads is that they were actually manufactured by the students of the trade school here on the property.
Oh, wow.
So all the tee pads were made here on site.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're really well made. I'm very impressed by the tee pads.
Quite honestly, they might be some of the best tee pads that I've seen, and at this point I have seen quite a few.
Yeah. I would say one thing though is that some of them on holes that it requires a long shot are a little bit short, but the quality is just really good.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Hjalmar just pitching up for the par there.
You're just outside there.
Yeah, Danka just cashing it from 11 meters. And here, I was like, well, that looked easy enough. I'm not right next to him, so I'm running this putt.
Oh. Now was that a little high, or was that because of some wind?
Both. I'd say both.
Okay. Slightly elevated basket as well. Got a big uphill putt, and you cash it to save bogey. Running it down. Let's give us another rewind here. Ooh. All right, so you did have a comment earlier on the front nine about these baskets, and I would say that one caught pretty good.
Yeah, that basket was nice to me. Yeah, a very good catch there.
So I think it's really, we hear a lot about, various baskets and their ability to catch and things like that. But I think that's part of the game. I think it's the player's responsibility to understand the basket and the target that they're using. That is something that you really hate to see. He just kind of pushes that angle a little too high, catches the inside of the band, flips it there to its side, and as you can see, he finds himself at the foot of that hill.
Yeah, unfortunate there. I think he putted right as the wind kind of blew in his face.
And the wind looked like it may have gusted a little there too. Puts himself outside circle yet again. Smart play here is to just lay up, take the medicine.
That's very mature. It's a very mature play there. Just laying up for the, I don't know if it's a double or triple bogey. We'll see here by the, that triple bogey. Not going for that putt. That's very mature of him.
Jonathan. Wow!
Skulle du visa?
Hi. Yeah, check this pad out.
I think you should use your wrist a little bit more.
Why not?
Is he okay?
Usually it's fine.
All right, hole 13, 81 meters, going down a tight gap into a green with some OB, kind of close to the basket. Here you don't want to kick early, because if you take a tree early in this one, it's really close to, or it's really easy to go out of bounds.
Yeah, I think we do also hear a lot of mixed reviews about how close the OB should be to the green. I personally am in favor of having the OB right there at circle's edge on some greens, because it makes the importance of your tee shot that much more to get a lot of the risk out of your approach.
Yep. I think it's a fine line, and I usually don't like OB within like 6 meters of the basket. So if we could keep it like 6 or out, that's totally fine for me.
Yeah, and something else to note here is that we are in a stretch of the course where there's some of the shorter holes that we've seen so far, yet they are outlined with a lot of narrow OB to contend with, and so that's just adding a whole nother level of difficulty. So, don't let these numbers fool you.
Yeah, but so far we're not playing this hole ideally as a group.
And some just happen to be like that. Oh.
Yeah. Well, it kind of looked like a bad catch, but that was high left, so that one's on me.
I like it, taking responsibility
Of
for
course,
the play. That's right.
Of course, yeah. I'm not blaming anyone. Yeah.
But we should just have some routine tap-ins here for the boys.
Yeah. Unfortunate kick there early for Martin, but salvages the bogey. So. Yeah, and I don't know what he actually. We talked about that going down the fairway here, about my play, because I forgot I did that. Oh my gosh.
I didn't, and I left it in on purpose.
God damn it, man. Yeah, because I threw the inside gap with a forehand, and he kind of didn't like that, so we'll see. Maybe there's a change for next year. Hole 14, 156 meter par 4 with a Mando left early from the tee pad, so you have to throw a really, really sharp hyzer angle to get into a good position for the upshot.
Yeah, as you can see here, very close shave there from Dennis.
Yeah.
Does make it past, but not too far before he meets another tree here. You elect for a pretty steep hyzer, high shot. Looks like you get caught up a little bit, taking some of the distance out, but you should be center fairway from what it looks like.
And this is looking really nice.
Yeah, if that continues to... and that should just be on the line.
Yeah, that's just safe. I really like the angle, I think.
Yeah, and this is a very unfortunate missed Mando here for Martin. I just think that as the weather's getting colder, maybe some of this stuff just isn't clicking nearly as much. So we're going to see him take his next from the drop zone. And I'd say this is probably my favorite play of the day. Great
was so
high
pure.
S turn here. Early hit, then skips up to bullseye. I'd say that is such a recovery, so much so that we're going to watch it again.
Yeah, you can't draw it up any better. It's just picture perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, that drop zone is a mean one too. So
absolutely.
great recovery shot there from Martin.
And so something about this hole that I've noticed is that because of how narrow the sidelines are with the OB, but you need to make that Mando, something like maybe a slower speed but with a lot of stability so that you can throw it a little harder but not worry about pushing too far forward into the OB. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's a good observation. Hjalmar overshooting it a little bit there, going past the basket. He's going to have 11-meter putt for his birdie.
Well, it looks like Dennis hit the concrete pad there. So good distance control, just not enough height for it. I think you just slightly tagged the left side of the cage.
It was close, but I didn't give it the power.
The confidence.
Yeah, that's confidence right there. Straight in the basket for the birdie. Really nice after the unfortunate triple bogey, to get back on track here.
Yeah, and so we definitely want to keep an eye out on like bounce back stats, and I'd say going from triple to birdie is one of the more powerful ones.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I agree with you. So
What a par save, man.
Yeah.
I love to see play like that. Like I had mentioned earlier in the coverage that the difference between a pro and an AM is how you're able to recover, and we just saw two really good examples of great recovery.
Yep. Hole 15, 200 meters, par 4 with OB going following the right side of the fairway the whole way to the basket. Here you want to throw like 100 to 110 meter shot down the right side, but Hjalmar being a lefty choosing the left side of the fairway. I have never seen anyone taking this gap.
Wow. And
So
he leaks up there too.
he opened my eyes for the new one. Here's the common gap we see, but fortunate kick there with the OB being tight. If that tree wasn't there, or if he would have gotten a worse kick, that would have been OB for sure.
Yeah, and this is a game of inches, and just a slight early release can have a lot of bad repercussions.
Yeah, for sure. This needs to turn. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and something else that I think I noticed as we kind of progress through the round is that Martin seems to not really be opening up his follow-through as much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is really responsible for a lot of the timing mishaps that we're seeing here from him, because it's so important to use your body as the mechanism to throw the disc. And, if you're sawing off that follow-through, you're really cutting out a lot of your accuracy and distance.
Yeah, maybe. I've never played with Martin before, so I don't know if he always does this. It kind of looks like it's almost with the, it has some meaning, like he's trying to hit the line and he's releasing it and kind of stopping where he's releasing the disc. So
maybe for like a snap from that area.
Yeah, it might be like, I think maybe it's on purpose, but we'll have to ask him today. This is,
Yep, that'll work.
That's great. He's gonna have that left for the birdie. And here you have to have some distance control. Oof, almost goes in. That's great distance control, because the OB is very close, like 6-7 meters behind the basket.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunate with the branch there. I'm pretty sure that would have gone in otherwise.
Yeah, I think that's a danger when you bring like the step putt into it, coming in a little high.
Yep.
Yeah, right in the heart of it there.
Very nice. And Jalle, what we're yelling there, Jalle, that's his like nickname kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. And Dennis also has a nickname, it's Denka. So his His that's why his Instagram name is DenkaDG.
Okay, I was
Denka
wondering that.
Yeah, yeah. So he's Denka and Jalle.
Yeah, and at this point in time, you did inherit a caddy.
I did,
as
yeah.
well, right?
Elmer Furustig, my very good friend. We
Touring partner too, right?
yeah, touring partner. Yeah, we have a fundraiser disc together, and we practice together all the time. During the off season, we've been with each other every day.
I think this golfing can improve our community in many ways. It brings people together.
That maybe some of these kids who feel a little bit lost could find something like disc golf, find friends, find people to come together and play the sport.
Encouraging people to work together, kids to know one another, love one another.
A way for these kids to have a really fun thing to do together.
I think that's what we need in the world, love one another and do life together.
Hole 16, 202 meters, par 4. On this hole, you want to throw it. Why am I not recognizing? Oh, yeah. This is a right turning or left turning shot, and that was actually the closest, the closer basket. So we're playing for to a further pin position. This was early left. You want to go straight for about 100 meters and then fade it in left, and then find a gap to get to the basket.
Finding a sneaky line there on the right.
Yeah, fortunate to be safe.
Yeah, and see, I think that was the lack of follow through that kept that to left.
Yeah, might be. Is Denka choosing the forehand? Yeah, that's a good shot. He has a long ways to go, but he's in position. And Hjalmar trying to go for the green from out of position. He got up on the fairway a little bit.
Similar play for you there, up and over.
Oh, yeah, that was looking good, but I don't think he was going for the green there. He had a long ways to go. Now if this gets clean.
Oh.
Finding a narrow gap on the right side. But yeah, as you can see, it's a lot like scrambly approaches into the screen.
Making the catch cam dance there a little bit, but we saw your fist pump there. You knew that was exactly what you were looking for. Oh. Gets caught up there. Going to have a window there blocked off, framed up by those trees. And that's really something you really hate to see here from the two-time Danish champion here.
Yeah, he is such a great disc golfer. He's just not having the best day.
Yeah, he has a lot of experience. I believe he's coming in at around 9 in the 980s in his rating, but his PDJ rate or number is just shy of 40,000. So he's been in the game for quite a while.
Yeah.
But he won his first, and this is Martin, by the way, he won his first Danish national title in just 2020.
That's late bloomer.
Yeah, and then followed it up in 22 with his second.
Yeah, so he is a very, very good player, of course, and yeah, hopefully he'll bounce back from this round with a great third round, or second and third round.
Actually, I do believe I misspoke. I do believe his rating is in the 990s.
990s,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yep.
I want to give him. I want to give him the credit he deserves.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you with a great birdie there. Yeah, and as we were talking about Martin there, I got the brutal chain through or cut through, so tapping in the bogey. Hole 17, par 5. Here, today there was headwind, so you want to be careful with the right side OB there, but you want to bomb one out there to about 120 is enough. Then you want to hit this gap, kind of fade in early, and have an approach for the birdie. OB is going on the right side of the fairway the whole way to the basket.
Yeah, so you don't really risk a lot of danger if you were to leak left.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the closest call we had today, but it was safe by maybe a couple of millimeters.
Yeah.
It was barely safe.
And so this is drifting, maybe catching a little bit of that crosswind.
Yeah, and
That's
that was
hard to see because it is wide open and you're kind of covered by trees there at the tee, so it's a little harder to read the wind there.
Yeah, but it was
Maybe-
definitely a headwind, and he's very fortunate to be safe there. Going too much left is also OB, but it doesn't really come into play. Or it does, but it shouldn't. It's far left.
Sure.
So it shouldn't.
A little bit more info about the property here. That big building that we're seeing here as Martin's disc is approaching here, which is a very good shot here, is the mansion. This is from back before this was a military base. This was actually a farm. So that was the first building that was built on this property.
Oh wow. Do you happen to know how old it is?
Unfortunately, I do not. But I will follow up on round 2. I will get that information for everybody for tomorrow.
Do that. Yeah, and
Looks like you got through the goalposts there a little bit.
yeah.
Turn the corner of the mansion, so we will, I do believe you ended up in the path.
Yeah, I did. I'm very, very fortunate to be safe there. Got quite a lucky break. But yeah, it was really cool. During the first part of the day, they had a Koenigsegg car standing outside the mansion. Such a spaceship of a car.
Yeah, very cool to see up close and personal.
Yeah.
As we see Martin here throwing just into the ground, kind of soiling that drive that he had.
And here's taking it out over the OB, flexing it. Yeah, very aggressive, but he pulled it off, so a great third shot there, and he's going to have an easy up and down for the par, and maybe even run it for the birdie.
Oh yeah, that snaking OB
Yeah,
is treacherous for sure.
yeah. Great shot there for Hjalmar as well with the angle control. It's a really difficult shot to pull off because if you kick a tree there, it's going to just fly right. OB.
Oh. A little less than ideal there.
Yeah, you could say that.
So going from lucky to unfortunate pretty quickly.
Yeah. Pretty bad misfire there. And you can see it's getting dark out too on the camera. But really calm conditions at this point.
And we got a glimpse of Elmer.
Yeah.
Correct. And so you had started to mention your tour support discs. Where can everyone get those?
Nice putt there, Dennis. So our discs, you just DM me and we'll figure out the details. But just another look at this putt. He's just so good, pinpoint accurate. And I actually
dead center too.
Yeah, I asked him about this and during breakfast, like, what do you like? What's going through your mind when you're lining up putts like this and just making them? Like, what are you thinking about? He's like, like, I don't know. In my mind, I already made it. so.
And that's why he is the returning champion.
Yes, definitely. or not the returning champion for this event.
No.
This is a new event, but he's the
for the
Swedish.
tour.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
no, but he's the Swedish champion.
Oh, I'm mixing them up.
the
My
Swedish-
apologies.
No, you're all good. So he's the Swedish national champion and the European champion. The tour champion last year was actually Gustav Dahlén.
Haha.
Yeah. Good par there from Spliid and great birdie for Dennis. So finally, hole 18, 127 meter par 3, and the drone is flying through a gap that I think nobody is trying to go through. There is a left side forehand gap that's really difficult, but if you have the arm, most people are gonna go this route though. Oh, he's actually going
Wow.
the camera gap.
All right.
I am pretty sure that was a misfire. He's actually, I don't know. I don't want to speak about that, but there is a right side gap that everybody's trying to. Most people.
You're
Man,
you're 2 for 2 here, bud.
I'm just jinxing it.
But ramps up just slightly off of the front end of the green.
Such a good shot. He's so effortless with his power as well. It's
Yeah.
like a 127 meter high, so it looks like he's throwing it like 50% power.
And finally, we're here on the right side.
Yeah, there you go. So he's doing the right thing. Hits a tree though, unfortunately. Oh, and
A little more forward movement, though, given the circumstance. That's good to see. Finally, a little luck in Martin's way.
A thing to note here that I forgot to mention is the path going around 90 to 100 meters there before approaching the green is actually out of bounds. So you really want to try to
Okay.
get clean on this hole.
And that, with the steep incline of the front here of the green, just not quite enough speed to ramp up all the way.
But it is a really, really cool green. A very
I agree.
unique. I've never seen a green like this, so you could actually, on your approach, as you said, just blast it onto the ramp, try to make it.
Yeah, it adds a lot more visibility and spectatorship to it. But this again was created here on site by the students as well.
Great putt there from Hjalmar. That's circle's edge. Really, really nice to end the round with the birdie there. And yeah, it's a great design to, on the 18th, you have some nerves finishing your rounds. And to always, or it's really difficult to land on the platform. So for most people to have like a 6-7 meter putt to finish their round is a really great design.
Yeah, and we have Tournament Central here over by the end here, so I do anticipate round 2 having a lot more people there to watch. It was a Friday, it was cold, a lot of different things, so I'm looking forward to seeing what round 2 brings us.
And there we can see Chris with the live coverage there. It was really cool. After 9 holes, he brought out the phone and started to send live.
Yeah, it was a
on
lot
the
of fun.
YouTube channel.
We were able to have kind of a behind-the-scenes live look of the back 9. Here we are at the end of our round 1 here with our standings. Let's take a look at our top 10 leaderboard, and it looks like we will be seeing you again for moving day.
Yes, I'm excited about it. Had kind of a rough back 9, but held on to the lead card spot. So
Yeah, congratulations, and thank you all for the support and watching us, and thank you to all the tour partners as well, and a big shout out to all of our Patreon members. We really cannot do this coverage without you, so thank you everyone, and we will see you for moving day, round 2 here at Valhall Open on the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour.